What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
Howdy, howdy. We're back
Welcome
with
to,
another Wednesday.
yes, welcome to Coaching Corner number 7. Happy to have you here, my friends, our funnel builders, funnel hackers. Hope you're doing well today.
The
We got
first coaching corner of the year.
oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. Forgot to mention that. Way
Starting
to
off
go, yeah.
strong.
Yes. How are your New Year's resolutions going? I don't really like to call mine resolutions. I like to call mine like goals. What do you want to accomplish for this year? That's a better way for me to look at it. I feel like New Year's resolutions are just like the first 2 months and then they kind of fade away. But if you set some things like, what do you want to accomplish this year? You write it out. It gives you more time and not as much pressure to get those things done. Right. I feel
Fair.
like that will, and lengthen out your actual chances of getting those things done.
Absolutely. So what are
Oh,
yours?
yeah.
What do you have, a big goal, big audacious goal this year?
Yeah. Well, I would like to make some more money with an affiliates funnel. That's one thing.
Ooh.
Another goal for mine is to actually go back and do another judo tournament. Haven't done that in a while.
Whoa. Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
The judo tournaments was the game that I was winning at, a little while ago, 5, 7 years ago. Now I have kids, and now the game I'm winning at is providing for my family.
Fair.
So,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. But
That sounds fun. That's a big one.
yeah,
For me, my goal is to read more books this year. I feel like last year I don't know. I got tired of reading. I was taking courses and stuff. That doesn't stop, but like just sitting down with a good book. I feel
heck yeah. Well, way to
yeah.
go, man. Yeah. So I just got through doing like a New Year's, let's welcome in the New Year's type of seminar. A great exercise for you and for everyone watching is go, take inventory of your life and maybe think about, I want to do less of this and more of this.
Hmm.
My Aunt Cindy is the one that ran that. It's a great workshop. And yeah, so less of this, whatever in your life, maybe less screen time, more reading, more personal development, more working out,
Yes. That's a better way
whatever.
to think about it, honestly, because you could just add more. I feel like when it comes to New Year's stuff, where you want to add more to your plate, but then you add too much, you're like, I can't do all this. It's crazy.
Yeah,
You got to remove
exactly. Yeah.
some of the noise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I like that. Well, to kick this year off, guys, we're going to be diving into something kind of piggybacking on the last one we did. Let's see, right before New Year's. What was that?
Yes.
December 31st or something, I believe. And that is all around courses. In this case, it's the course backend mastery is what we're talking about this time. The ability to automate the upgrade process where someone might be able to maybe purchase a subset of course material you might want to sell on the side of like the main pie, that does exist. We're going to walk you through how to set that up. The next thing is how to set up unauthorized redirects. So how do we make it so if someone doesn't have access to your course and they happen to click on it from maybe their customer center or they find a link somewhere, they don't just get access. We want to make it so only the people that have purchased the right to be there or the ability to be in this home that you created for your community can join and be a part of that and see everything on the inside.
Yes.
So we'll set up links to make it so if they don't have access, we don't want them not to join. We want to send them to a place where they can sign up to actually join and be a part of all the good stuff that you do. And then lastly, course removals. We want to automate that process as well. Say someone happens to, I don't know, life gets crazy, they fall off and a subscription falls through or they stop paying or something. We want to make it so it's as easy as possible for you not to have to think about it. But we also want to make sure that we're still maintaining that level of control, I guess, over our community that we've worked so hard to create and automate the process to remove people once they're no longer a part of the community and are
Yes.
no longer paying for a specific product.
Yes.
Fun stuff.
That way you don't have to automate it. So the two main scenarios for that are their recurring payment canceled or it was declined. Maybe their card expired or they didn't have enough money in their account or they actually manually canceled their account. So we'll cover both those scenarios today too.
Fair. All super valid. These are things that you're going to deal with all the time. That's just welcome to business. So we want to make you as prepared as possible once you get to that point. Well, starting things off, we're going to walk through, let's say, unauthorized redirects. I feel like that's a good starting point. If we, excuse me, have a course, but we want to make sure that only people that have access or have purchased that product can join. We want to go through and set that up. First off, let me zoom in because again, I remember from the last time, it's hard to see my screen. Okay, cool. That's got to be nice and easy.
It looks great.
Beautiful. Now, the first thing we want to do, if you don't already have this set up, I want to walk you through actually how to add courses in case you're unaware of how to get to this point. The first thing you want to do is actually head to the App Center inside of the platform. And to do that, all you have to do is go over here on the left-hand navigation and click on the Add Apps button that will appear as soon as you hover in that area. When you do, it should bring you to this page right here that we're looking at together. This is the App Center where you can go through and choose from a ton of apps that you can end up using for your business. But the one in particular that we're looking for is courses. This guy right here. If you don't already have it added, just click on it directly and it should take you to a screen very similar to this right here. The only difference is that it will say add course or add app to your workspace or add app. Click on that and it'll let you create your first course. But for those of you that already have a course set up, you should see something similar to what we're looking at right now, which is just a button that says go to courses. Awesome. Heck yeah. That's what we want to do. We're going to go directly to courses and we're definitely passing go on the way through. Okay. Now from here, let's use this one as the example. We're going to click on the course that we're working on directly. And this is going to bring us to our course overview, just like this, or outline. And the first thing we want to do is head up here to the top right side of the screen, click on the little gear icon that we see up here next to the publish button. And this will show the course settings. At this point, just scroll all the way down to the bottom, near the bottom. Let's see. Under advanced settings here. Under share this course structure. And we should see the option to have or set up an unauthorized redirect. This is exactly what we're looking for. Now, as far as what to put here, we're just going to take the actual funnel that people can actually buy this product, where they can go and physically sign up for this specific offer to join and be a part of the community. So let's head over to funnels, another tab here. I'm going to back out real quick because I just kind of jumped the gun there. Okay, so we're in funnels right now, but if you're unaware of how to get to this point, over here on the top left side of the screen, click on funnels, this guy right here, and it should take you to the exact view we're looking at together right now, right here. And we're gonna go ahead and let me use this one as the example. That's the one we were just in a moment ago. When this loads, we have a couple different options that you can use. If the upgrade step, oh, you're getting a little static there, David. Maybe it's your fan. If it's the first step in the funnel where they can actually make the transaction, fantastic. You can just take the funnel URL right here at the very top of the page. You can do that by just clicking on it directly or click on the copy URL if you see the new editor. But either way, just click on this guy at the very top of your funnel overview page here, and it should just copy the URL to your clipboard. And at this point, we can just go back to our courses, copy, paste, and now what this is going to do is if someone happens to click on a course or get led to that point where they're trying to access the course and they don't have access, it'll take them to this point right here. It'll just automatically take them from where they are currently looking at or whatever page you're looking at and zip them right back to the funnel where they can purchase access. And just like that, if they purchase, they can get into the course. Pretty dang cool. Any questions on that, David? Anything that you want to point out that I didn't cover at this point for this specific thing?
What if we want to show a course in a customer center just so that they can see it in their customer center, but they haven't bought it yet? So let's show that.
You want to show the customer center?
No, just scroll up and show the option on how to show this in the customer center so it's available for purchase.
Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, so within the customer center area here, you'll still be inside of the course settings. So again, click on the gear icon on the course overview. Right, I'm going to go and exit out of that. Click on the gear icon again up in the top right, and just hover down until we see the option for customer center. And then there's an ability here to decide whether you want to show or not show. David, your fan is going crazy too. There we go. Okay. And all you have to do is toggle it off or toggle it on just like this. And it will cause the course to show up in the customer center. So it will show, even in the instance that people actually, sorry, there's an option right below to show to non-members. If you click this right here, they'll be able to see it in their customer center. And if you click on it, it'll take them to the upgrade page that we set up, or this page right here that we just pasted in a moment ago. That's it. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, that was
Beautiful.
perfect.
Heck yeah.
Very good.
Anything else that you think would be useful in this scenario that would be worth covering?
There's tons of things to cover here, but that's the basics. We can dive into the weeds on that for a long time, but this is like the principles, and it kind of covers most of that. So wherever you list your course, as long as you got that link pasted in here, it will redirect them to the actual upgrade order page.
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Cool.
Okay. So with that said, let's jump over to the next item that we want to cover here. It's still going to be very relevant to anybody who might have some sort of upgrade inside of their funnel that they're offering maybe at the time of the purchase for that course, right? Here, I'll just show this. It was no, we're doing the upgrade now.
Oh, right. Okay.
The upgrade. In this case, basically the scenario is if you have a course that you're offering inside of a funnel and you have an upsell after the fact, or maybe an order bump to get access to another set of material, maybe like a sub module or something that you want to create for them. And it's just like just a tiny little bump, but maybe they didn't take you up on the offer right away. Perfectly fine. We still want to offer the ability later on in the future, right? We want them to still gain access if they want to see it in the future. And if that is the case, all they have to do is head back to the course overview here, the outline. And if we go to a specific module here in this case, let's say one of these is that extra little piece that we were trying to give somebody as like an additional offer. Oh, thank you very much. I was just talking to myself over here. So again, on the outline of the actual course, if we go to the settings for a specific module, and to do so, we just go over here to the three dots for one of these little purple folders. That's a module. It should show the ability to edit the actual module. There we go. All right. Now, in the settings for the module, we can just scroll down, and there is the ability to create an upgrade offer. And it's going to be the same thing that we just set up with the redirect override, where we're basically taking the URL for a specific funnel or step where they can purchase this item. So again, if maybe they didn't take you up on the upsell initially, we don't necessarily want to take them directly to that same upsell page. It might be better to go and create its own standalone funnel that we want to redirect them to in the future. It's going to be a little bit easier to manage, and you can see where people are coming from and how they're upgrading and all this fun stuff. It's just a lot easier to track. So I would create a separate funnel for this scenario where you just lead them directly to this one and only offer, and just make your life easier. But you would take the URL the same way we did before for that new funnel by clicking on it directly, just like this, just directly clicking in the center there, the very top of the funnel URL, or you can go to the first step. Personally, I'd go to the funnel URL, use that, and then go back to the settings for the module itself and just paste in the URL that we have. That's it. Now, just to explain what's going to happen here, if someone were to click on this module and they didn't have access, very similar to what happened for the course redirect, they're going to be redirected to the location where they can actually purchase this asset or the credentials to be able to access this course. There we go. If you would like a little bit more information on how to provide course access and everything, we actually covered that last week, and it's going to be in the past live sessions on the ClickFunnels Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. Go check it out if you want a little recap on that. But yeah, it's magical, isn't it? I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it's so easy. Copy, paste, done. That was two things that are pretty critical that we accomplished in maybe, I don't know, a minute, maybe less.
Yeah, and this is a very good strategy because it allows you to get your contacts, your audience into your world in a very easy way, right? So that means that you could sell, a couple of modules, maybe the first 3 modules as a entry level offer, but then you can on the next page have an OTO offer that upgrades them to more lessons, right? Exactly. Or a deeper dive on the specific topic. So this is a really good way to do that. You could actually have the actual course named as a bit more of like a higher end type of generic name for this specific category. And then you could have these specific modules a bit more specifically named, right?
I like it.
So yeah,
Very specific. I love it. Heck
yeah,
yes.
good stuff. Good stuff, everyone.
It seems small, but that is a big little thing that you can do for your course. It's just to give them a little upgrade. I mean, at this
Yes,
point, that covers most of the things that you'd end up wanting to do when it
yes.
comes to upgrades or making sure people have the right credentials to get in.
Yeah.
So,
And one of the cool things about this, as long as the modules, the upgrade modules are published, the customers will be able to actually see those upgrade modules on the left-hand side or wherever you put your course sidebar, and
mhm.
then they'll see them. And so they are a constant passive reminder that, hey, there's an option for them to upgrade. So a great passive income reminder or option for you.
Beautiful. Heck yes.
Yeah, it's great. It's good
No,
stuff.
it's a fun thing. So hopefully that was valuable. The
Yeah.
next thing that we kind of want to cover is all about course dunning rules and removal. And this is David's wheelhouse. He uses this more often than I do. So
Yeah. Yeah.
he's going to show us the ins and outs of what we want to actually do in this case.
All right. Exactly. Yeah. So the dunning, this is a new word that I had never heard about before this was introduced, right? A couple of years ago. So the question is, what happens? Do they get automatic removal from the courses whenever they fail, or whenever they whenever they fail the payment, or whenever they cancel their payment, right? So
Mhm.
that's what dunning is for. So let's dive in. Here's what the workflow actually looks like. It's very simple. It's short. All it is it's a trigger that's listening for a failed payment or a canceled subscription. And then this exit dunning here, this dunning is just a word that's saying that it is listening to the payment gateway for whenever their payment either fails completely and it's
Mhm.
abandoned or it is completed. Once one of those two things happen, it's going to pass them to the next step in the workflow. Then we just simply set up a conditional split path that asks to search, hey, do they have an active subscription or not? If yes, then it just goes down and it exits the workflow. No further action needed. If not, they don't have an active subscription, right? Then it's going to unenroll them from whatever that you want, the courses, the communities. It could set up reminders for you to reach out to them. It could send out emails to them automatically. You can set up any kind of webhook to do any kind of automations outside of ClickFunnels. Also, you could do all your third-party stuff as well too. So if you wanted to, send out a Zapier through a webhook, then you could put that right here over to Zap, and that can connect to any kind of membership where they're hosted. All right. So
Super nice.
So let's dive in and actually set that up. Okay. I would recommend that you name it something like dunning, because that's what it's called. Okay. Also, if you have any questions about this process, let me remind you where the actual documents library is. Let's go over here, then learn and connect, knowledge base. Let me show that again, knowledge base right there. And it goes over to our help doc center. Here you can type in dunning and it will pull up a list of the articles that is published in. So the exit dunning step is right there. If you need to follow up on this, you can come here, use this as your best friend, and this entire help docs article home base as your best friend. This may give you a faster answer than reaching out to support or to anybody else. Just go here, try to find your answers first. Okay. So there's that. Now let's dive in here. The trigger that you're going to want to set up for this is called recurring payment declines. So if we go and we add trigger, you can type in declines, and there it is. You could also type in subscription and find out all the different triggers that we have here for subscriptions. Okay. So for this particular example, to be able to remove them, if they cancel or if their payments fail, we're going to add both of these. We're going to add canceled, and we're going to add recurring payment declined. For dunning,
Okay,
yes,
cool.
yes, recurring payment declined. So we're going to click dunning payment declined first. Okay, that's this one. Then the product that we select is the membership that you have, the membership product. It does not matter what funnel that it comes from. So all you got to do is just simply select a subscription. Okay,
Very nice.
that's it.
Yeah, especially if you sell that in like 10 different funnels. You don't have to do it for every single one. That's nice.
Yeah. You can get more specific if you want. Let's say that you have a specific variant. It's the elite membership and they downgrade or whatever. Then you're going to remove them from only the elite modules or whatever that you want like that. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect. The next one is subscription cancel. So this one here covers if they manually actually cancel the subscription. Okay. And again, just select the membership. Next, we're going to add the exit dunning step. Now this step will only appear if you have the recurring payment decline trigger. So if you come here first and you don't see it, don't freak out. It just means that you need to add that trigger first. And then the exit dunning step will appear here. Okay. Cool. Let's read the description because it is very helpful. It does have this description here in another place. So it says to pull the contact forward to this step in the workflow when an exit dunning is received. And this description here is helpful as well. The exit dunning step listens to your payment processor for the signal that a customer has exited the dunning process. When a signal is received that matches the subscription in the trigger, the contact is moved forward in the workflow to the step following after the exit dunning step. Okay. So that simply means, like what I mentioned before, it's listening for the payment processor to either continue on with a successful payment, or for their payment to reach the end of the retrials and then it fails. And then the invoice is abandoned. And then it will continue them on to the next step. Okay. Now, next, we're going to set up a conditional split goal, the split path, conditional split path. So that one looks like this. It's up here in the green. Conditional split path right there. Okay. So we're going to click into it and retype this so that it is, you only see this, but it lets you know what it actually is. I like active membership payment or active subscription, whatever. Okay. So now you're going to have the filter of has active subscription and is that membership. Okay. A subscription recurring payment. You got it? Good. Now, if it says yes, it listens for that and it says yes, they have an active subscription, then leave the yes completely blank, right? No further action needed. They exit the workflow. If not, their payment failed or they canceled. Now we're going to add the unenroll. We're going to unenroll them from everything, all the things they were paying for, right? So unenroll contact from the course that is down here. Unenroll contact from specific courses. Okay. Now, this could be the whole course, or it could be just the elite, or it could be like just the elite module. Okay. However you want to do it. And then you just click create step. Looks like that. Now, if you're using the ClickFunnels community, you can also automatically unenroll them from community as well. It's all in-house. It's great. So that one looks like this, revoke community access. And just like with the coaching one, with the courses one, you can click the community itself or click specific groups inside that community. Okay.
Straightforward. I like it. Yeah.
And then what you could do is you can set up a notification to yourself that says, hey, and it could be like sending yourself an email like this. It says, this person just failed, or this person just exited out or canceled. You may want to reach out to them. Okay. So it could be like that, or you can set up automatic emails. Now, let me answer the question of what if you're not using the community inside of ClickFunnels? How do you remove them from some communities out there? And we already answered that a little bit by saying that you could trigger a Zapier. Zapier actually listens for failed. There's a trigger in there to listen for failed subscriptions. Okay. And then it can, you can trigger out any removal from courses on, memberships on different platforms.
Yeah. School.
But you could also,
Circle, whatever. Yeah.
But you could also use the webhook. Okay. If you want to do that, and this webhook will be listening for the workflow to get to this step, and then that can be sent out triggered by Zapier or anywhere else as well too. But what if you have a course, a community where on the free plan it doesn't allow you to remove them automatically? Then what do you do? I've run into this before. So, like for example, school, they don't have on the free plan, they don't have a way to automatically remove them, from the Zapiers or from the direct connection to ClickFunnels. Okay. You have to be on their paid plan in order for that to happen. So what can you do? Well, what you can do is you can set up a notification to yourself that says, remove this member from the community. Okay. It sends you an email, or you can do also notification. I'd recommend at least the email. Okay. And then here's a good way to do this. You could create an opportunity. So it creates a card. That way it's like a constant reminder that you need to move this person, remove this person from your community over there. So let me set this up with you. We're going to duplicate this real quick. We're going to go to our opportunities panel. And if you do not have this in your app section over here, just be sure and add it over here in the add apps. It's in there and you just have to add it.
Very similar to what we walked through in the beginning of the call as well.
Correct. So you have a Kanban board here, an opportunity board set up here by default. But if you have one and you want to use, like, create a completely new one for just for this reminder, then you can come here to the three dots, create new pipeline, and we're going to call it removal from external community. Okay. And the name of the first one here is to be removed. And you have to add something here. Otherwise it doesn't work. So you have to add at least a 0. And then the next one is removed. Okay. Boom. Boom. All right. We're going to stick with that for now.
We might have to cover this one in more detail in a future episode. The opportunities is also a large component, but it's still very nice.
Let me double check this. So let me add a 10% there, add 10% there, just so we make sure both of them show up. Cool. There we go. Now, once you have it created, you can come over here and we're going to refresh that. Actually, let me do this from the start. So we're going to remove it and scroll down, and this is create or move opportunity. And pipeline is going to be removal from external community, to be removed, and you can assign it to any one of your team members. And if you leave this blank, it just populates with the contact's name and email, and you can leave this blank as well too. I would not move existing opportunities for now because this is the only thing in this board. So I don't know if it's going to pull them from another board to this board.
Fair.
Right?
Yep.
So we're going to do create set. Now, all that's going to do is it's going to create an opportunity. Let's just say that David canceled and you need to remove him from the external community. Okay, you'll get the notification in your email. Then you come over here to your opportunities and you'll say, oh, okay, these people need to be removed. So then you go to your external platform like school, and then you simply remove them from the community. And then you come back here and then you just move them to the remove section.
Clever.
Oh,
easy way to track it. That is nice.
Yeah. And
I
again,
do that
anyways,
anyways, even just in case, like even if you do the third party going through Zapier, use either webhook or just directly inside of Zapier. This is still a nice way to remind yourself that maybe you should double check to see if it's working or if they're actually being removed. Like, I don't know, it could, a couple hundred people could go through that process and you're like, oh man, they weren't removed at all.
Right. And then a recommendation, while you're in here, you could actually go ahead and set up some delays and send out some emails asking them what you could do better or why did you cancel?
Right.
Okay. So just as another option here, why did we cancel your feedback is? Okay.
Cool.
So a lot of cool things you can do here.
Right on. I like it. We covered a lot in a little bit of time, guys.
Yeah.
If you have questions on anything we covered today, just reach out to us. Go ahead.
Yeah. Last thing we need to cover, got to get this for at least the screenshot that you could take. You have to go and set up your automatic retrial charges over here in Payments AI in order to make the dunning workflow actually work, because otherwise it won't have anything to listen to. That is over here on the actual article. But again, maybe take a screenshot of this, just go to the automation rules, go to subscriptions. It's down here in subscription dunning, and just add the rules. It has a pretty good default rule, but if you want, you can extend that from 3 days to 5 days, and you can have it retry to charge them a couple of times in a row. Okay. And then at the end of it, it's going to abandon the invoice and cancel the subscription. All
And
right.
it'll trigger that workflow.
Yeah. That is very important. So remember to do that. Now, what did you think? Did you get some value from this? Join us next week we kind of ran out of time, but join us next week for how to send reminder emails to members to complete their lessons. That way it keeps up the engagement in your courses.
I love it.
And helps you to impact more people's lives.
Be a fun time.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, guys. As always, if you have questions, reach out to us. You can find us at outreach@clickfunnels.com, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. If you want to hop on a short call and figure out what to do or how to set that up in your own account, it's perfectly fine as well. Just again, message us there, and we'll set something up. All right.
Yeah.
Have a fantastic
Thanks for joining, guys.
day. Happy Wednesday, and we'll see you next week on again Wednesday.
Sounds good. See you guys.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye.